And our guest, trial attorney Adante Pointer, on the show, watching along with us. Adante, good to have you here. We're getting toward the very end of the state's case, and this is powerful stuff, isn't it? The flight after the fact, not staying present, not cooperating, but trying to kind of leave town. Your thoughts on how this is going to impact the jury, please.
Sure. I think this is a very powerful way for the prosecution to wind down their case and essentially say, look, you know, this is all evidence to indicate that these people knew they were guilty, they knew they were in trouble, and they were essentially trying to flee the area, flee the state, get away, avoid the long arm of the law. Of course, if you're the defense attorney, you know, you're going to try to spin that, and you're going to try to frame these different indicators of guilt as being more so, this is a couple who was under intense pressure, who I'm sure the community is outraged at their son because there's a lot of young people who lost their life and were injured, and so they didn't want to stay at their home. They didn't want to keep answering their phone, receiving what it might have been threats or inquiries from the media and the press, and that they simply were trying to create a bubble of safety around themselves. And this is not indicators of guilt or flight, but more so a couple who was just trying to get some peace and calm and quiet within the storm of the aftermath of what their son did. So it'll be up for a jury, obviously, to decide which way they go with it. But I think that the prosecution is doing the right thing in terms of presenting their case by putting these different items of evidence out there that would easily lend themselves to the belief that this was a couple who were trying to avoid the long arm of the law and being held accountable for their son's actions.